So Arsenal 3, Kairat Almaty, believe it or not, 2. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Instagram. Kenny, you was at the game. You on making your way back. Obviously, I filled you up a little bit.
Don't worry
Apologies.
about that. Don't worry about
But
that.
the first half was probably the best we've played all season. It probably should be because they're the worst team in the Champions League. They're
They're bad.
nothing. 8
They're
wins out of 8. Fantastic.
well.
Some great performances first half, but that second half, yeah,
It,
is everything I'm worried about going into this Leeds game. What did
yeah,
you make of that, mate?
well, first and foremost, let's remember who we are playing, and if you want to play devil's advocate, which we have to do, if you make 11 changes, then what will happen is that the performances are going to be scratchy. You're going to get players not playing for the team, not because they're doing it on purpose, because they need to make that impression. So the first half, look at the space Goyker's got to score his goal. He never get that space. Never get that space if he plays on Saturday, and he wouldn't get in the Premiership or against half-decent teams in Europe. Kravitz' goalkeeper dived the wrong way. Let's face it. He said, and then obviously Martinelli nicked one of Goyker's, and yeah, we were looking imperious because they were playing on adrenaline. You know, they gave everything they got. They had their fans amongst them, and they were just happy to be here. But they weren't going to sit down and lose 6-0. They were going to have a go. You know, Calafiori had one of his Benny Hill moments. The thing about it is, I don't know if you guys saw it on TV, but it was right in front of us, and we were stunned that the referee did not give a penalty. We were shocked. And then when it was in their half, the referee kind of stopped again. I was thinking, hang on, you should have done it 5 minutes ago. So obviously they got a penalty, and obviously we made a change at half time. But I see what you mean, because in the second half we had a lot of players who, like Martinelli, Madueke, Eze. I was saying to myself, just keep the ball simple, because when you play a team that's bad as that, you have to resist the temptation to try and do things you wouldn't dare do in a league match. You know, like your little back heels, trying to beat too many men, trying to do the spectacular, trying to beat the keeper. What happens is that the performance becomes a bit of a mess, and you're trying too hard. Madueke, keep it bloody simple, son, mate. There was no way Saka was going to come on anyway, so you just keep it simple, because you remember the time when he cut in and he shoots over the bar. Eze, you know, there's one time he had a shot, and I think Goycrest then he headed it in, and I said, "Great cross," and everyone started laughing. These are the sort of people, the players. I think they're trying too hard. You know, Kairat, when he comes on, he's relaxed. He's relaxed. He's
He
used
was
his
man of the
football.
match for me, Kenny.
But you know why?
And he
Because he
went
used
off
his
at half
brain.
time. I
Yeah,
understand why he went off,
yeah,
but he
yeah,
was quality in that
but you
first
know
half.
what? You know why Kairat looked like $1 million? Because he's played for the German national team. He's played for Chelsea. He's played for us, and he's played teams like Kairat and Marty, where they're so bad, where he resists. If you've got a football brain, you resist the temptation to show off. He'll keep it simple. You know, you make that little assist for Goycrest, get his goal, calm himself down, and he keeps everything tight and professional. Yet players like Goycrest, who have their doubts in the second half, you have their doubts with the crowd, tries too hard, and then his first touch looks poor. Madueke tries too hard, and then he runs out of play, or his shot goes for 3 points in a rugby game. Eze, again, doing the basics really well. The second half tries too hard. I mean, Odegaard, it was so like, comedy value, that Odegaard had two headers that went straight into the keeper's hands, and then obviously,
Pillowhead.
Pillowhead, and obviously Jesus came on, and you could see with Jesus, he's another one who I call a big game player, where he understands. He didn't try too hard. He didn't try to do his little fix. He just kept it simple, made his little runs. Unlucky with the offside that he'd get his goal disallowed. But it's that sort of thing where I could see Arteta getting the ump when some of the players, were doing their little flicks, trying too hard and not playing as a team, trying
Too
to do.
easy in the first
Yeah,
half. That's why.
it's it. And play like individuals. Because you know what Arteta is? He sucks the joy out of everything. Pep is a positive Arteta in terms of Pep. A lot of
So's
people.
company.
Yeah, well, a lot of people. What people objected to my a submission on Pep where I say he's such a joy out of football. What I mean is that, his teams play good football, but they're robots. There's no individual flair. It's just pass, and it's done
But
in a
that's
very
now. That's this era. Yeah, he's
That's
had
it.
Robin, Ribery, and Lewandowski. He's had
I know,
Messi,
I know,
David
but
Villa,
but
all the players.
even so,
Sane, Sterling, Aguero,
I
Mahrez.
know, but even
This
so,
version, I agree.
Yeah, but even so, this year, last year, and maybe a couple of years ago as well, when he won those leagues in 22, 23, 24, you get a feeling it was a robotic team. It wasn't it wasn't the flair and panache of the 2019, 2018 teams. And Mikel Arteta, we're a defensive version of Pep where he sucks the joy out of everything. And then, so when you do see players playing with a bit of abandon, it's great. But the problem is, it doesn't come off when you're not doing it at the right time, and that's why the second half looked like a kickabout and over estate. When we're all playing all in or headers and volleys on them. So if if you went down Lingard, you went down like Bessett walk, Hamner walk, and you started having a kicking about, in the opposite Todd's walk, and playing headers and volleys. Well, that's how the second half looked like, headers and volleys. So it was very, very much a mess, and they got their goal because I actually predicted it was 4-2. But you know what? The good things is that the players who are going to play on Saturday have got a rest, because it would have been criminal to play the first 11, because none of these guys are going to start.
Declan and Moreno were suspended anyway, so we got lucky with that.
Yeah, and then obviously Saliba and Timber are out. But I'm glad he did play Gabriel Magalhaes. Because with the game coming up with Leeds, where if you watch Leeds game against Everton, when they play with a lot of high tempo, high energy, got bodies forwards,
quick on the counter as well.
And that's something that we will struggle with on Saturday. So to give these players a rest, I'm happy with that. I'm glad Raya didn't play. I'm glad Raya. So basically, if you, I could say hand on heart, with the utmost confidence, the team that started today, none of them are going to start on Saturday. That not even Calafiori. Calafiori isn't ready. Kairat isn't ready. So
I think Gyökeres starts.
Not a chance. Not a chance. I think that ship has sailed off. But I could be wrong.
Do you know what I liked about his performance tonight, Kenny? He actually had a smile on his face for the first time all season, because we were finding him. Yes, he was missing. But he got more chances tonight and missed. But he was getting there and getting the ball, whereas previously.
But you know what? In the first half, he was getting a service. But who did they bring on the second half? Who was getting him his service in the first half?
29.
29. Who replaced 29?
Number 8.
And what did number 8 do when
take a billion touches every time he got the ball and slowed it down?
And how many times did he find Victor?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, and who was trying to find Victor? It was Martinelli.
Yep.
And he was trying his best, but and that's the thing about Odegaard. You go from a player,
man. That captain needs to go, mate.
And you go from Kairat. He's fresh, come back from injury, understands the game a lot better than Martin. Tries to find a striker, because guess what? If the striker makes a run, Kai gave him the ball. But when Odegaard is on, Odegaard stopped doing that. The only time Odegaard was trying to find Victor was at Olympiacos. Well, that was in October. That's 3 months ago. 3 months ago. So,
do you know who went under the radar tonight?
Who?
2 players. Norgard, because he was that close to being my man of the match. I gave it to 29.
Yeah, but
and Skelly, I thought was outstanding.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
He didn't have a great deal to do, but everything he did it with class.
Yeah, but you know why? Because Skelly's his best. That when he does, he is his best when he does invert and he does try and be that extra man in midfield where he doesn't have the sort of defensive responsibilities.
Yeah.
And he's able to put those little through balls in for Martinelli. And I thought, yeah, you're right. Miles, I thought Miles was fantastic. And that's the thing. It's good for his confidence and everything. And to be honest, he was the only one who was actually playing technically proper football. He wasn't trying to show off. He was playing his game. He wasn't trying to impress Mikel. He just played his natural game. And you've got to be impressed with that. But when you see players like Eze in the second half, Gyökeres, and you see Madueke, you could tell that those guys, there's anxiety about them. And when you're anxious and you try too hard, you try to do things that try to do too much, it looks a mess. But at the end of the day, we won. We're the first team in Champions League history out of the new format to win every game.
Yeah.
Liverpool were top of the table last year, but they didn't win every game. They lost their last game to PSV. Now, the good thing about today is that we will not face any English teams the last 16. But one thing I will say before I let you retire, if I want to, you know who I want to avoid in the Champions League knockout stages if we get there.
Benfica, Real Madrid.
No, I'll tell you who we don't want in the knockout stages from the quarterfinals onwards. I do not want any English team. Our Achilles heel in this competition will not be just PSG or Bayern Munich. It'll be the English teams because they know us inside out, and I include Tottenham Hotspur, because they get a player's choice. I don't want Newcastle. I don't want Chelsea. I certainly don't want City and Liverpool. But any English teams, if we can avoid them, I think we've got a good chance in this competition. But you know what? It's a cup competition. Things change. You know, we're submerged in a league campaign. We're still in the FA Cup. We don't know what's going to happen in the Carabao Cup. Hopefully, we're in the final Wembley. But as you all know, we're a squad on its last legs, physically and mentally. We've got 15 games left. I think that will be our Achilles heel, and it's shown to be our Achilles heel if you watch the Man United game. So I just hope that there'll be more rotation from now to the end of the season, because there's proper rotation done with, in terms of the players' minds, at rest, and with the players' health, then we could win things. But if we just keep on doing what we're doing in terms of team selection, we'll be out of everything.
Very quickly before I let you go, and thank you always. I love you, man.
Of course, yeah.
Who was your man of the match?
Well, it's quite a bit of a mess. I think I'll give it to Kai, because Kai or Norgard, because Kai and Norgard, and I include Miles in this as well, they played normal football. They didn't try to show off. They didn't try. They keep it simple, and that's what you need to do. If you do play things like Carabao, you want to win 8-0 or 9-0. Keep it simple. Play football. Show your superior technique. Don't try and show off, because 9 out of 10 times it doesn't come off, and it looks cultish. You look like a Colts player.
Facts. Get him safely, man. And we'll do this again against Leeds on Saturday. Good luck. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he picks the right team and we win, mate.
Well, pick all the players that didn't play today. They're fresher now.
Hopefully. We're out. Get him safe, mate. Love you. Take care, man.
Right.